Every night, your mind starts talking. It replays past conversations, turns over a mistake you made hours ago, or dissects a perceived rejection. Hours pass. You're still thinking. But the strange part is that nothing in reality actually changes. You just become more exhausted, more anxious, and strangely convinced that thinking harder will eventually bring you peace. Nearly 100 years ago, Japanese philosopher Nishida Kitarō suggested a different perspective. He proposed that your thoughts aren't actually creating your suffering. Trying to find peace by thinking harder only reinforces this mental loop. You are effectively using the same tool that created the exhaustion to find a way out of it. Imagine standing beside a river. The water flows, and you watch it. Now imagine trying to reach out and grab the river, holding it in your hands. It's impossible. Thoughts are exactly like that water. They naturally arise, and they disappear. But somewhere down the line, human perceptions shifted. We stopped simply watching our thoughts pass by, and we started holding on to them. A fleeting thought appears, something like, "I feel anxious," or "I am broken," and instantly the mind latches on. The temporary feeling transforms into a permanent identity. Overthinking is a case of mistaken identity. The observer becomes completely absorbed by the passing thought. In the early 20th century, Nishida Kitarō built his worldview around a foundational concept he called pure experience. He defined pure experience as the exact microsecond of awareness before your brain divides reality. It is the moment before the mind creates categories like me, you, success, or failure. Take something as simple as drinking a cup of tea. In that very first instant, there is only warmth, taste, the pure, complete sensory experience of the liquid. Then, a fraction of a second later, your brain steps in. It starts narrating, labeling the tea as amazing, or deciding you should buy this brand again. For Nishida, the sequence is clear. Raw reality arrives first. The human story comes second. This diagram shows how neutral data, a silent phone, results in a web of negative assumptions. Our suffering emerges from this relentless narration. An objective reality, like making a mistake, is quickly overwritten. The mind builds a fictional story, concluding, "I am a failure." This brings up a crucial nuance in Nishida's philosophy. The self isn't a fixed biological object. The self feels solid because the mind keeps returning to these exact same stories. Because this imagined identity feels threatened by reality, it relies on even more aggressive overthinking to defend itself. It creates an exhausting, self-sustaining loop. That heavy, anxious identity you feel burdened by is an illusion solidified by the repetition of your own storytelling. Try an experiment today. For just 1 minute, pause your internal monologue and abandon the exhausting attempt to solve yourself. Instead, simply listen. Notice the rhythm of your breathing. Pick up on the ambient sounds in the room and feel the physical weight of your feet touching the floor. This practice is a way to notice the deeper layer of experience that exists before those stories take hold. Presence begins when you experience a moment fully, before the story has a chance to take hold. The goal is to radically reduce the stories you tell yourself about your thoughts. Think of your underlying reality like the sky. It remains entirely undisturbed by passing clouds, no matter how dark or dense they seem. The tragedy lies with the observer. Only the person fixated on the clouds believes the storm will never end. Internal peace stays where it has always been, currently obscured by the mind's endless narration.